go. So we've got like the high. People tend to think like the USA ones are the best, and then the further east you go. But what you got here is not from any of the usual suspect countries.
No.
What is this one?
So this is a Godin. So this is actually made in Canada, and the story behind this is I play guitar synths as well. So I've predominantly had the Roland pickup mounted on. I've tried it on a Les Paul. I've tried it on a Strat.
Because that's just like a little aftermarket thing.
Yeah.
Glue on.
So what happens is it comes with it's held under. So if it was on a Les Paul, it goes under the bridge.
Yeah.
So it's got a mounting thing that you lift the Tune-o-matic off, and it goes underneath there.
Yeah.
It normally sits in between about a centimetre in front of your bridge. Yeah. So it goes sort of like in there, as close as you can get it to the saddles.
Yeah,
really.
It's like because it doesn't.
It doesn't. If it was
like
over
pick up quite as well.
So on a Strat, it will. You screw it here. You screw it there.
Yeah.
You can get a bracket so it goes between those two screws.
Yeah.
So it sits literally right at the front of there. Not sure if you can see that.
Yeah.
Put it on that one.
Yeah.
So it goes between those two screws there, and it sits literally right on the edge of the scratch plate. That's where it goes.
So as far back as it can go.
Yeah, as far back as it can go without anything there. And then you have a control unit mounted on the top of here.
Yeah.
The 13 pin cable, which looks like a MIDI cable, a special cable, goes in there. And then you've got a couple of buttons on it to change. You can change your presets from the Roland unit. Yeah. The pickup works with any guitar synth 13 pick. There's the GR55.
It's all MIDI standard stuff.
Yeah. It's there's rack mounted ones. There's a GR20 for a little baby, like two similar to the size of that.
Yeah.
2 foot little thing. I've got the GR55, which is the 3 with a thing. But again, mine's all controlled by MIDI. So my actual synth sits in top of the rack. Mm-hmm. And it's just controlled, so I can go through a patch there that would mute the normal guitar amp and just play that, or I can have a combination of both.
So this is basically like somebody would normally be sitting typing away on a keyboard, but I'm
triggering the sound by something that's coming from this special pickup. Yeah, MIDI trick. Yeah. So then I thought, there's a few guitars out there. Brian Moore does one, Godin do one. There's a couple of old Ibanez ones and stuff, but by everybody, if you read all the reviews, Godin have got the best pickup for the Roland synth. It tracks better. Yeah. You don't get any of those. I still get them. I mean, it's never perfect, but you don't get what they call ghost notes, which is where another string next to it. The
so you're just slightly knocking a string. Yeah. The pickup thinks, that's enough. I'm going to make a note out of that.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing about ghost notes is it makes you improve your playing on a synth because it's got to. You've got to play as cleanly as you can with that, because the minute you brush and you wouldn't hear it on a normal amp, but then you would hear it through the synth because it'll actually trigger the note on there.
It's like pushing a button on a keyboard. It's there's a sound.
Yeah. So this guitar has the pickup built in. Now the synth pickup is built into the bridge, so it's as close as you can get it.
So what's the is that an electronic pickup, or is it like a piezo pickup like you would get on a...
okay. So under each one of those saddles is an individual pickup for the synth. So it's under the gold. It's just literally below that saddle there. So it's just down there. Yeah. You can't. If I took the back plate off, you could actually see the 6 cables going into the circuit board. Right. So the pickup's in there. And it's got a 13 pin.
Yeah, so it looks slightly odd that you've got two cables coming out.
Well, yeah, the 2 cables will come to in a minute. So it's got a 13 pin there that's not connected at the moment. That goes to the synth, and that controls the synth.
So there's actually 3 outputs.
There's 3 outputs, yeah. So that's the synth volume there. Yeah. Okay, so that's the synth volume. This is a mix between, so you can have it between which output you're using, or both. This is an up and down switch, which does exactly the same as the buttons on the external thing. So that you can change your patches.
So you remote control your synth.
You can remote control your synth going up and down. So let's say down patch, up patch.
Yeah.
Again, not used because it's controlled through MIDI. The other thing that this guitar comes with is a piezo pickup, also built into there. So the outputs that we have on this guitar are electric, acoustic, and 13 pin. This has to be the most feature-ridden guitar. It's such a utility.
And it looks completely normal, because I've seen your guitars when you've got the synth unit and it looks like, here's something that's got extra stuff going on. But you've got 3 instruments there, and apart from the cables, and those controls there look a little bit.
Yeah,
they're like a Godin sort of.
Yeah, they're the same as you.
Touch.
Well, they're the control. If you bought a Godin electric classical or something like that, they've all got the controls there. It's solid body and it's got the controls in there with the same piezo pickup in there. Now on here, when you've got the aftermarket one that's put on, it's a big lump of metal and plastic here. It's bolted on through the strap button.
Yeah.
So it doesn't harm the guitar. You don't put any holes in the body. Roland did a Roland Ready Strat, which had the pickup again, but it was in the scratch plate. So it was actually in the scratch plate about there. And again, it's quite far away. This thing, it's just you just plug in and use it. Yeah. So as standard, locking tuners, Seymour Duncan pickups, Godin single coil, 5-way switch. So outside coil and middle when it's in the off positions. So like a Strat. Yeah. A very usable middle pickup on this, and one volume and one tone. So that's just the volume for a normal guitar. Yeah. Tone for a normal guitar. That's the synth volume. So you can keep the synth on and knock the volume off and it won't work. Yeah. And up here is the acoustic controls. Okay. So what this actually allows you to do is you can use the acoustic and the electric and the synth all at the same time.
So we haven't got the synth here.
Yeah, I don't bring the synth.
But we've got the acoustic setup and we've got the electric setup. So let's have some tones.
Tones, right. So in here at the moment, so starting with the acoustic.
So just for reference, the acoustic is the Yamaha THR 5A. Yeah. We've got set up, and with this you can mix in sort of like mic simulation. What we're hearing is purely unadulterated sound from the guitar. And for the electric side, we're going at the Blackstar HT20 Mark II with my usual pedal board.
This is just the acoustic pickup on its own, nothing else.
Great acoustic sound. You could play that really loud and you're not worried about feedback because you've not got some big hollow bodied thing.
It's got its own EQ up here. Yeah. Bass, middle and treble. Get it to your liking that you want. The electric's plugged in, the volume control's off on there. Okay. I can knock the volume off. Yeah. So I can have a little bit of acoustic. I can whack it up to full. Yeah. So, keep it in the middle and then, so to give you an idea though, and the acoustic, just electric. And that's just obviously just a normal. Just a normal. Yeah. I don't know if we wanted to dirty it up a bit.
It's so weird going from something sounding so clean then something that sounds like conventional electric guitar.
Yeah, and then literally if you just want to go back.
And you said you can have the mix, so you could do that thing where one thing I quite like doing is having an AB box and splitting it and having a clean sound and a dirty sound because you get that little bit more attack off the clean sound just to give you a bit more attack on the dirty, but you can have that for the acoustic. Yeah.
and it does that. It does the Les Paul thing very well because it's humbuckers.
Yeah.
So it does the very similar to that. Yeah. Probably they're not quite. They're never going to be voiced to start.
Yeah, these are Seymour Duncan antiquities I've got in here, which are more of a vintage.
Yeah.
Sounding.
Now these are Seymour Duncans that have been made for Godin.
Yeah.
You can't modify this guitar. It's an entire circuit board in the back. Yeah, so underneath is all the controls, all the pickups, all the switches are all on micro connect cables. Yeah. So you'd have to go to Godin. They do other pickups that you can buy. They do their own, but everything is circuit board driven. If something goes wrong on this, you'll have to buy a PCB, to do it. But touch wood, nothing's gone wrong on it. But you can still get that lovely sort of like stratty sound out of it.
So when you're going like what called position 2 and 4 on a 5 selector, you're splitting those humbuckers.
Yeah. So I'm getting the outer coil and the middle. Obviously, that's just middle. And then, again, if I'm in position 2, well, it depends how you do it.
Position 2, I hate people who say position 5 is at the back. No, position 1 is at the bridge.
That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So position 2.
Position 2 is the outside. So obviously you haven't got an angled strap pickup like that, so it's never going to be exactly the same. Yeah. But it's the outer, the outside coil there, and then there. So it's basically there and there on there. So,
so position 4
gives us that and that, but as you can see, very usable Strat sound, and Strats are my normal guitars. Yeah. So on a position 2 again, very. Feet, very, very usable.
What we'll do, actually, I'll just quickly pick up the Strat just so we can kind of compare. Let's pop that on that. Because this has got proper single coil pickup stuff. You pass me your
electric cable.
You actually have it.
At least it's orange and painted on the floor.
So this is
4.
This is position 4, yeah.
Not the tune.
And that's position 3. So position 2, yeah. Yeah, that's got a little bit more
creaminess to
it.
But it's completely different.
Considering that's coming from a tapped humbucker.
It's coming from a tapped thing, and obviously that's older.
That's an older body.
That's older.
Whereas this is
mahogany with a solid rosewood top.
Yeah.
And a mahogany neck versus a maple neck, and maple's always going to be like a brighter. This is an ebony fingerboard.
So are you suggesting that the wood that the guitar's made of changes its electric sound?
Oh, absolutely. Particularly on the neck.
You realise the amount of hate that is going to come through in the YouTube comments section.
Well, I can absolutely guarantee it because I have a exactly the same profile neck. Which one is a rosewood board and one is a maple board, and it's completely different.
Yeah, I think.
And I've actually swapped them onto guitars. That you get like a softness and a trebleness with a maple fingerboard. You don't get that with a rosewood board. And this is ebony, and this is actually, although it was the only guitar I had with an ebony board. Yeah. And I quite like it because it's smooth like maple.
It's got much tighter grain
It's not
than rosewood,
pitted like rosewood is. Stuff on there. But I've actually got, which we'll show in a minute, I've actually got a Gibson that's got like the rich light on, so it's, a fake ebony, whatever you want to do it. And that's made to look more like it's got more of a sort of grain to it.
It's a man-made.
Yeah, it's a man-made. But that's acoustic, by the way, just for anybody who's listening. Saying, how can I still be playing with the amp? I'm not. So I mean, the fingerboard and the body, it gives it, there's loads of evidence.
It makes a difference. But it doesn't make as much difference as people think. The difference between having like an ash body or an older body is like the difference between playing into the regular clean channel or playing with a compressor. It's not. It's a very, very subtle difference, and everything kind of adds up to give you the sound of the guitar.
It does.
Whether it's the body timbre, the neck timbre, Even things like the neck profile, if it's a big fat beast of a neck compared to a speed neck, there's less wood, or there's more wood, there's less resonance, there's more resonance,
more and stuff like
sustain
that.
Everything.
I mean, the one thing on that is find a neck that you like, find a guitar you like playing, and make the sound your own. You know, you cannot sound like, you know, somebody else, because there's so many other bits that come into it. There's, you know,
fingers, man.
Well, but it is. But people always say, well, that's ridiculous. It's not, because actually, you know, some of the sound is going through it. Everyone's got a different size hand. They've got a different, you know, their finger radius is different. You know, I don't have massive hands. I've actually got piano fingers on there.
Yeah.
Somebody with a big caveman clump.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna sound different.
Yeah, because I'm a big difference between you and me. I've got an incredibly light touch on the fingerboard.
Oh, I haven't.
Which is why, I mean, that Thompson got refretted after about 25 years. And it got refretted because I wanted a different profile neck fret wire. It wasn't because it was worn out.
Yeah.
You know, I don't put a lot of wear on frets, whereas you've got a much heavier
I go through frets,
touch, but you're pushing that string against the fret more, so you're going to get a bigger sound.
You know,
just because of the way you play it. That's why I'd say when they say
I'm not like you can watch some of these people just have such a light touch, and like it looks as if their fingers are dancing all over the fingerboard, and it's just like I don't even know how to do that.
Yeah.
You know, even like just like little stuff like that. Even just stuff like it's like I'm really pushing down, whereas you can probably get away with you're somebody nice and light.
Which allows us actually quite a nice segue to how you play the guitar. And I know something you've been having issues with recently is general hand health and finger, how your fingers are going. So what's the story there?